Can you take me through the Biggie case? Mm-hmm. How everything happened with the story behind solving Biggie's case?
Yeah, so after Las Vegas happens, of course, Suge Knight ends up getting his probation revoked and goes back to prison. So now he's in jail. 6 months have gone by since Tupac's shooting. Tupac obviously dies on the 13th. And the rumor starts to go out that what happened in Vegas, maybe Biggie had a hand in it. He provided the gun, he'd hired these Southside Crips, he was in Vegas. It was all erroneous information, but again, this is rumors that happen on the street that people then begin to accept as truth. And so Keefe D and his crew are distancing themselves completely from the likes of Puffy Combs, because they all know that they've potentially been in this murder conspiracy together. The feds are breathing down everybody's necks. Law enforcement's all over the place asking questions, so everybody's just trying to lay low. Well, 6 months goes by, and Puffy and Biggie and all of them come out to Las Vegas, and they're thinking everything's calmed down. Suge's in jail, Tupac's dead, and they're just trying to, continue, with their music and their promotional stuff. And so they came out here with a false sense of security, and they ended up at the Peterson Auto Museum. Unbeknownst to them, Suge Knight is already plotting to retaliate. So he gets a girl that he can trust to act as an intermediary, as a messenger, because he's in jail. She visits him in jail. They have a discussion. He says, "This is what I want done. Reach out to this dude who I know will do it." And she does just that. She secures a payment, and the three of them conspire to shoot and kill Biggie. The night of the shooting, Wardell Faust, the hitman, shows up, lays in wait, and ultimately shoots and kills Biggie.
Okay. Poochie, right? Mm-hmm. And is there any evidence that anybody else was involved?
There's no evidence that anybody else is involved other than the three of them. However, there's a reasonable idea that maybe there was another person that would have helped to set him up. But we just don't know. We don't have the evidence to support that allegation or claim. But it's likely somebody else was acting as a spotter and helping Poochie get the right guy at the right time.
Okay. How much was the payment for Biggie?
According to the female that acted as the messenger, she mentioned a $25,000 agreement. That was also a number that another death row person had heard. So that's what we believe to be true, that there was like a $25,000 agreement to get Poochie and the female bought off in order to accomplish what Suge needed done.
Oh, okay. And how'd you get her to cooperate?
Same thing we did with Keefe D, just put her in a position where it was in her best interest to cooperate. We were gonna charge her with a bunch of counts of perjury, fraud, and take her kids away, put them in foster care, and create just problems for her life if she didn't sit down and tell us what we wanted to know. Yeah, I drafted up this fictitious statement that was, we introduced it as a statement by Wardell Faust, by Poochie himself, and used it as a ruse kind of to see whether or not she would bite, what she did. And so it was just kind of a mind play that we incorporated into the interrogation.
Okay, and she opened up right after that? And
yeah, she read it, and she said, what Poochie said was true. So she agreed with what we had written and what we had believed took place, so it confirmed to us that we were on the right track. And then she spills, the rest of the story. She fills in the details as to, insofar as her involvement and what she did, her conversations with Suge, and that type of thing.
Oh, okay. And would Suge ever be charged with this?
No.
How come?
Again, goes back to a credibility issue. Teresa Swan, who's got this long history of perjury, she's got a long history of fraud, and there's a relationship between them with a kid, And so all of these things, these dynamics come into play when you try to prosecute somebody and take him into court. A good defense witness hired by Suge would eat her alive, just like a good defense lawyer for Puffy would eat Keefe D alive. You know, so prosecutors understand how these dynamics will play out in court and realize like this would just be a shit show. And so without better evidence, without better witnesses, there's no point in even pursuing it.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.